Hey, what's up? Tape delay. Yeah, let's get into it. On the tape deck is Dogman with In Torment I Die, a tape from The Throat, Dutch label, which came out I think about 2 years ago now. I'm not sure. Crazy black metal. Not even sure if it's a Dutch. Gustav and Vincent. I'm not sure if it's a Dutch project or a I don't know. It's been too long. Torment and Insanity. That's what it sounds like. So yeah, Dogman on the tape deck from The Throat. Let's see. I bought some 20-cent tapes that I was going to show you, but stuff like this doesn't interest anybody, but stuff like this does. You know, just random tapes with a lot of bad writing on it. This kind of piqued my interest. It's also just a self-taped one, but it has a lot of Bauhaus, Christian Dead, Incubus, Succubus, I don't even know what that is, From 242, Pink Floyd, R.E.M., Sisters of Mercy, and Anne Clark, so a great mixtape that apparently was for someone called Chantaleke. Here you go. So someone made a mixtape for her uncle, which is cool. Enjoyed that one. Let's see where to start. Let's start with this one, Bashmu and Penombre. I think that's how you pronounce it. Both Canadian acts. Bashmu, of course, is one of the projects that comes around a lot on the tape delay videos. It's Bog Phantom doing what he does. Nothing much more to add. It's a good recording this time. Not that there's anything too wrong with it, but it's clearer, I think. Let's look at the tape. Program repeats on both sides, so it's 2 tracks on here for each band. Yeah, nothing too much to say about the Bashmu tracks. Strong vocals. The snare is a bit higher in the mix, especially in the fast drumming parts than usual. So that's maybe where the sound or the makeup and sound comes from. Slithering vocals, and he gets the synth integrations just get better and better. It's just flawless. The Penombre sides, and there is La texte Pénombre est un hommage à Akitsa, l'un des piliers du metal noir québécois. So Akitsa, one of the pillars of the Canadian black metal scene. Very bulky black metal, very huge in sound. I don't see the track with... okay, so Penombre is Penombre, 1 track, and Bashmu is Sigils Carved in Icy Mountains. That's the track list. Very good vocalist, very good drummer. He does something weird with the bell of the ride, and he hits it on the tree, which gives it a weird, I don't know, change in tempo maybe. That's what spoke out to me. Or yeah, the only thing, it blasts out, so it's really bulky black metal, but it lacks a bit in variation, although it's just 1 track. But that was something that spoke out to me then. All Spellcraft and Sorcery by Xultis. I should stop calling him Bog Phantom because that's ages ago. So yeah, first tape, Bashmu, Penombre. The tracks for the track Penombre, the lyrics are written by the guy from Le Fleur du Mal, it seems, or he told me. Then to another project or another group of projects that is represented a lot is the Garde Noire. This is actually the compilation, and then Morm Brostrom, I'm not sure what to do with the umlaut, if it's just visual or yeah. This is limited to 80, and this is number 43. One of the projects, a duo from the trio. It is not black metal. I think, in my opinion, the only thing they lack, and I'll talk about it more when the compilation comes up, is a full-out black metal project maybe. because it's always very organ or very synth based, very ambient. There are bands that are just blasting BM, but one that is purely black metal I haven't found. I love this picture. Look at that. So yeah, it starts out a bit maybe like a play or like Phantom of the Opera-esque, especially with the organ. It then goes into a crawling, yeah, mid-tempo industrial beat a bit, not like the previous tape, not purely industrial, but it's there somewhere. On the A side, there is a ghost track, I think, because when the tape is running out after the third track, you can faintly hear a track that is, yeah, that is there, but it's not defined as a track. The weird thing are the drum loops in this tape. I don't know if it's done on purpose to be unsettling, but you get this repetition with, I don't know, it stutters a bit here and there. So yeah, the fifth track is, in my opinion, the best. It's called Nigroman 6, and it's more of a black mass-ish. It has that kind of feeling. So yeah, Mörbrustrum, I think. Yeah, all in all, another great tape from them. But like I said, I would love a straightforward black metal project. This is the compilation they did for La Fleur du Mal. The other tape was also La Fleur du Mal. There you go, Garden Noir. The Mörbrustrum or whatever also has a very 80s feel, and definitely in the drums. More Cape Fear than Ferris Bueller, if you catch my drift. But then when I was thinking, is that something I just hear, or is it something that is, you know, intended on the tape? And then when you hear the track on here from them, it's called Vita Falarium. You just hear pure 80s synth noises in there. So this is the full lineup with band logos. And this is the trio. Yeah, all projects are represented on here. The Neuzakker, Murmurio, Morte Harras, Mörbrustrum, I think, Atrium Malum, Mormo, Vezorbrev, I think, Concordia Diobori, and Schatter Krijhaus, or something like that. There you go. Again, the full lineup. Nice variation on this one. It has, every project kind of does something different. The top tracks on here are the Morm, the other tape, then the Atrium Malum, the Mormo, maybe the first, the Murmurio, is also a very good one. Yeah, a lot of great tracks. I think there are a few that I did not care for, like the Vrorsbrez or something like that. Mind Destruction was maybe the least one on here, but all in all, cool compilation too. If you don't know the Garden Noir, this is a very good introduction. Limited to 100, and this is number 3. This is sold out on Le Fleur du Mal, but I think Iron Bone had got some copies in, so yes. Then I talked about these in the last Unearthing Darkness, I think. These are the Boulgod tapes that I got from my man Alex. So yeah, I'm going to talk about him a bit more since I listened to him. There are some that I can do something with. There are others, tape is done, but I don't care. Yeah, that are just too much noisy and stuff like that. This includes with In Conspiracy Towards Psycho-Terroristic Ends. The title kind of gives it away. Yeah, oscillating, stabbing, pulsing noise. There is some jabber maybe, like Thunderdome, but very grindy, very static. Midway through the tape, it kind of eases you into this cadence, and then it blows it out of the water. 15 tapes. I have 13. Self-cleansing, techno-vedic, step towards the coming mind halts, stuff like that. So yeah, some good stuff. It kind of has that Manchurian Candidate sometimes. You know, it does something with your brain that you don't want to experience. What did I say? There are some shrill stabs on here that just make it unpleasant to listen to, but yeah, all in all, a cool tape. The end is kind of a number station, hardcore, weird thing, so yeah, a lot of variation on this New York underground project. The second one is Epic. I've written down the first thing, well, let's show it. First thing I've written down is a battle with the TV through Theremin. I don't know what that means. And then Poltergeist. It had that poltergeisty vibe. Yeah, it's just a weird tape because it has this, I don't know, the guy crawling on the ceiling. And then the inside just has money and a mansion and a gun. I don't know what to make of most of these, but hated by all. Boulgod. Orange tape. So yeah, there you go. It sounds like a never-ending alarm clock, but dubby. I also wrote that one. And then there's a passage about something about a diary. There are some weird stuff in here. There's a Shit and Shine-esque track, which makes me very happy. And then the last thing is like a rave track, but on 33, so a bit like Newbie, but not really. It's more like Beasties with some dark Moby or Beck. So once again, these two tapes are all over the place, and it's kind of hard for me to. I think the Effect maybe is a bit more my kind of tape because it's not as noisy as the Incluse, but all in all, some weird shit. Then Acousmatic Hate on Knife Vision, a label that will be more known by the people looking into these tapes. It's a bit Utatech-ish hardcore, but it has some jangly parts in here, some Link Ray guitar in the first tracks. Yeah, it is a weird combination, but all in all, oh, there's the double X. I haven't seen that. All in all, yeah, it's a good tape, and it's considered, or I think it's their demo. Yeah. It's, if you have listened to the Damaged Head or the Bronze Bells that I talked about, it's kind of in that vicinity or that sound, I would say. It is, the intent is hardcore, or the intent is Utatech, but it kind of creeps into black metal territory. It's not black metal until it is, let's call it that. So yeah, it's more of a hardcore black metal hybrid. Then the tape that I was most pleased by, this is the sticker of the band, the logo of the band. It's called Died, and the tape is called Anonymized Internal Criminals. So this is Alex's band. It has 5 tracks on here: Born, Fireman, Carry Me Home, Excellence to Me, Borrower, and I Rob You. Great tape. Yeah. Cover alone reminds me of some old school, I don't know, the way tape was produced by major labels in the past, you know. Just get the album cover and then some extra shit on there. Anonymized Internal Criminals. Yeah, this was a tape that that grabbed me from the start. The intro of this tape is the guy that hijacked the plane for himself, and then the I'm Sorry guy. I think that's how he's called. He hijacked the plane and then was flying over, I don't know where. He was trying to do loopings and whatever, and then commit suicide. Funky bass line on here. That's him. That's Alex. It reminded me a bit of that cadence Sleaford Mods has, for example. 90s Brit influence. I hear Fate No More in some parts, and that's only the first or the second track. It then goes into some slint, especially in the guitars, sludge, prog, yeah, and then track 2, that was all track 1, that's Born. Then Fireman Carry Me Home just gets, the tempo gets up, yeah. What did I do? This is really all over the place because it has some gen parts, it has some black metal parts. Did I write anything else? Yeah, it's very angular 90s hardcore, trade-off vocals, so there's multiple vocals on here. You have to hear this. Everything I just said doesn't fit together, but it all fits together quite nicely. And there are quite good or skilled musicians, which you see a lot in American students or students of the game. Cool little spider X there. They pull it together. I mean, all the genres really come together in on this tape. I'll try to link everything, so if you want the tape you can find the shit. It also came with this nice letter, but if you want to see everything, just go back to the other part. I have 3 more tapes. 2 are kinda of the same ilk because they are the same band. This is Grey Aura with, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's part 1 and part 2, and this is on Tartarus records out of Holland. This was recommended to me because I missed this at Roadburn. Not that this was high on my list, but for some weird reason, it's not weird, there's just so much to do, but I missed it, although people recommended it to me. So I picked up the tapes from Richard. He has this beautiful artwork always on the tapes, 1 dot, 1 square. Sound wise, I don't know which one is the first, which one is the second. Let's open them up. They have the band and then they flip open like so. Grey Aura. This is one. Heilige traumatische zielsverrukking. Yellowish, traumatic. I don't know how to pronounce the last part. But yeah, really nice. They always have these beautiful artwork and beautiful cases for their tapes. Nice, sturdy looking tape, not the plasticky, glittery, whatever. It is always very nicely done. And then it comes with this booklet that has the full lineup and the full title tracks. It's kind of hard to describe what this is. It's like, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole, but it's kind of like art school-y black metal. I wrote down black metal is the canvas they painted on, but they paint with a lot of different shit. It kind of feels like, yeah, like the first tape, maybe like a play, or I don't know. Oh, tape's not done. It kind of feels like the soundtrack for a Buñuel film. Maybe that's because there are Spanish parts in there. There are flamenco parts in there. It goes all over the place. The second tape, once again with a band, like so, is more a French, de bezwekende deugd, more of a French-oriented piece. It has passages where Dutch people are speaking French, and there's so much going on. What I wrote down, black metal concerto. Yeah, there's some salsa. There's brass on here. It is weird. It is a lot. And it's just too much for one listen. I listened to this at work yesterday just to know what was up with these tapes, but it's too much to listen to in one. And it's part 1 and 2, so this is track 7 to I think 12. Yeah, great tapes. Anything else? No, yeah. Just it has a great atmosphere, but it's like it's almost for art's sake. I don't know how to describe it. Everything I'm going to say is going to make it sound bad, but it's not bad. It's just, I don't know. It's not pure black metal. Maybe it's just, like I said, maybe that's the best description. The black metal is the canvas, or the canvas which is painted on, and then there is at least one guy who really likes jazz, and I think it's a drummer because he plays straight up jazz patterns here and there. So yeah, if you're into spoken word passages, jazz, black metal, I don't know, man, kind of has a liturgy feel in some places. Grey Aura must be your shit. And then the last, and as they say, certainly not the least, this is Verwoed met De Wal. If you wonder where Mandy got their artwork, check it out. This is a Dutch one-man project that is very close to the Ungroen tape that I showed in the last one. The Ungroen tape is also a one-man project done by John Bart van der Wal, and this is the inside of the back. He did the sound for this one, so it's very close in sounds as the Ungroen. It's, yeah, I don't know. It's fast, but the voice kind of slows it down in some parts. So the music is fast, but the vocals kind of go slow over it, which makes it mid-paced and some kind of weird. It's like a psychedelic Death Spell Omega maybe, but less dense than Death Spell, if that makes sense. Here is a very psychedelic drawing or painting. So it's Dutch titles, but it's English lyrics. So it's called Verwoed, which is a word in the Dutch language that is kind of hard to explain, but has multiple. It's like frenzied, but it can also mean overgrown or overtaken, or yeah, it has so much meaning that it's hard to sum them all up, especially in English. The tape is another great sturdy black tape. So yeah, the Val is the title, which is and can also be interpreted in two ways. It's the trap or the fall. So I think it's the fall and not the trap in this case. All music and lyrics by Verwoed, recorded blah 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 by John Bart van der Wal, artwork by Joost Vervoort and layout by Richard Postma from Tartarus. And this came out in 2018, so were they waiting on the LP release? I don't know. It's on Sentient Ruin and Argento Records, but it was delayed for some time, so maybe they just waited to put it out. Very nice box for this tape. The last track, or not the outro, but because it's the last track, has Dutch lyrics, and it's called, 1 minute, Verder van het Licht, which has a outro, I guess, by the girl singing, or the woman singing for Doel, and it's very atmospheric, emotional, which is a great closer to this track. I definitely check out the EP also for this one, but really nice album. It's short, but it's a full length. But the closer, it just needed one more blast maybe. It just goes out on this female emotional vocal part. Nothing wrong with it. It leaves you wanting the next step. So yeah, another full length, please, ASAP. That's Verwoed on Tartarus. I'll link everything if you're looking for stuff. Dogman, kind of silent tape, but yeah. If you're looking for stuff, I'll link everything in the description below there, and you can check it for yourself. Next up will be a new collection. I'm still waiting for a Iron Bonehead to come in, and then, I don't know, we'll see what we'll do. Guys, have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll see you, I think, midweek somewhere. Peace.